having a fairly stable macroeconomic environment in our country. The interest rates are coming down, inflation has come down, the currency has been stable for some time, and we have the highest ever foreign exchange reserves in the history of our country. Your Excellency, the third and fourth year, and this is where we are now, you've been leading us now to move into building on the macroeconomic stability to create microeconomic progress, job creation, and expanding the economy to provide enough jobs and income opportunities for individuals, and also increasing household incomes. And Your Excellency, we are right on course under your leadership. And that underpins why we are gathered here today, because every opportunity given to a Kenyan in terms of a job, in terms of an income opportunity, helps us build and move closer to the realization of the bottom-up economic transformation of our country, and it helps us realize the vision of getting Kenya from where we are today in the third world to the first world economic status. Therefore, Your Excellency, these interns, 5,500 of them, are part of the many other initiatives the administration that you lead is creating for young people and for Kenyans in terms of jobs and income opportunities. And today, I am a very proud member of the government that you lead, even as we celebrate this milestone. The last thing I want to say, Your Excellency the President, is this housing program, being one of the flagship programs of this administration, as the Minister has said, is now picking off, and the consequences and the effects and the impact of this program are beginning to get seen and get felt. And therefore, the public housing program, this housing program, is going to be the driver of the housing sector, even as private sector supplements the housing needs of the people of Kenya. Your Excellency, so far so good. We must continue firming up on the professional standards and quality control systems that are in place to make sure that the houses that are being built are safe in the long term for the people of Kenya. And Your Excellency, we must start thinking through how, working with the professional bodies that regulate some of the professions that are in the built environment, how going forward we must introduce and implement consequence management for professionals who, under their watch, they make decisions, which decisions ends up having the kind of situations we had 2 months ago when we had a building, of course not part of this program, that had collapsed somewhere in this Nairobi. There must be consequences for all professionals, as well as all the agencies involved, whether they are agencies of county government or national government. It must mean something for you to be a professional. And under your watch, or through a decision you have taken to approve something, something happens that affects the safety and well-being of the people of Kenya. I charge you interns to work with the consultants and your seniors in the profession to help us have very good outcomes of these programs and other programs in the built environment. Mr. President, you've done us proud. You continue shaping and improving the vision of a better Kenya, a more prosperous Kenya, a more inclusive Kenya. We will support you, and I want to congratulate you for the milestone that we are here to celebrate today. Na kwa sababu rais umeleta hii mradi, hawa interns wameniambia wamefurahi sana, umewapatia nafasi ya kuanza maisha yao ya taaluma zao. Without this opportunity, Your Excellency, what Kenyans require is an opportunity to get started, and they will be able now to use that network to build on their future. Na kwa sababu rais umefanya hiyo mambo, our interns wameniambia nikwambie wewe ni fire. Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire? Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire? Naomba tusimame tukaribisha rais. Wacha nisikia makofi ya rais, makofi ya rais, makofi ya rais.
Good morning, everybody. Hamjambo. But you can take your seats. Mr. Deputy President, all the other leaders present here, members of consulting firms, our construction companies, and the people of the moment, interns in the construction industry. Everybody, I want to welcome you this morning to this very important occasion. I am very happy, truly, that we are having this meeting. When I see the men and women here, professionals from the construction industry, professionals who are planners, surveyors, quantity surveyors, engineers, whether they're electrical engineers, they're mechanical engineers, structural engineers, people who work in the ICT space, and the host of professionals that are represented here today. I am very proud that indeed the housing program is maturing, and we have professionals, we have workers, we have companies, we have consulting firms in the equation. And let me begin first by saying that this moment is a very consequential moment, so to speak. Very consequential because our country, Kenya, I remember when we went out for the campaigns, one of the single most asked matter by citizens was the millions of young people who get out of school, get out of college, get out of universities, and there isn't a concrete plan on how and where they are going to work. And it was one of the issues that has always been discussed in this country. And therefore, we set out to have a conversation, and we set out to have a plan, and we put our ideas together, and we rolled it into a manifesto. And today, this is one of the meetings that confirms that the manifesto was not a piece of paper.